What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Wonder Woman 1984 reaction. So it's worth noticing and saying this is the early reaction social media embargo. It's not where these people can come out and say that much about the movie. So $200 million is the alleged budget, and then ample amount of money for marketing and stuff like this. As we know, it comes out on the 16th in most places. Then it comes out on HBO Max Christmas Day for 1 month only, and then it disappears. So I presume a bunch of press or some people who know people at Warner Bros. Or whatever have got access to see this movie early, which is interesting. So let's go across and actually see what these people say. So I've got it up already. So Brandon Davis had to say the following. I've seen Wonder Woman 1984 at Patty Jenkins. Literally made an 80s movie in every way, because it's set in the 80s, I presume, making it so unique for today. Well, I guess this is, and it's also worth saying that this is literally the only movie of a big budget that's going to release in the next 6 months. Well, previous 6 months. So I'm expecting most of these reactions to be very similar. It feels both bigger than the first Wonder Woman while simultaneously more contained. I wasn't really a big fan of the first one, so it wouldn't really be hard to beat that for me. Lots of Diana Prince and some epic Wonder Woman moments at Gal Gadot literally soars. Interesting. I mean, it looks really good from the said trailer, so that's a positive review. So Eric, Huge News, Wonder Woman 1984 is fantastic. The story is excellent and has a great timely message. It packs a ton of surprises and amazing work is done with both Cheetah and Maxwell Lord. Wig and Pascal are both stellar. But did he moan about taking his helmet off in Mandalorian? I don't know. Get hyped because it's the real deal, Wonder Woman 1984. So both seem somewhat positive. Interesting. So if you notice, the first two have the verification tick. We have someone who isn't verified. Who is this person here? Interesting. Less than 1,000 followers on Twitter. But that doesn't mean much. Yesterday, invited by Warner Bros. Pictures to see 1984. What can I say is I didn't expect to be so moved. I laughed so much and it filled me with love and hope. If No Man Land scene made you cry, get ready because there is a scene just as powerful. So happy for DC. Interesting. Very, very, very different reaction to the first two. So let's click here. There's a few on here. Eric, another tick. I'm happy to report that Wonder Woman 1984 is an absolute blast from start to finish and a sexual compliment to the first film and it's stuff with hope. Hope. I guarantee the word hope's coming up a lot. Love, action, romance, and humour. Okay, pretty positive, but most of these will be positive. If there isn't any really negative ones, that's always a bit suspect. Amy, another verification tick. I got to watch 1984 yesterday, and honestly, it's just what I needed, what we all need. It's uplifting, hopeful, and certainly Wonder Woman, just a beautiful film with themes that will hit you. Yeah, but this is like kind of a social media embargo, which is weird because there isn't really many other movies out at the moment to even compare this to, so it is interesting. Okay, we've already been over that one. Jenny watched Wonder Woman, another blue tick, verification tick, 84 last night at a virtual press event, so online, I presume, probably the HBO Max press portal or something like that. It was wonderful. Kirsten is phenomenal as Barbara. The opening 10 minutes will bring tears to your eyes. Okay, so very positive, also positive. If there isn't actually one negative review, that is always a bit suspect in my opinion. So Stephen, a tick, let's see where he works. Oh, he works for Collider. Yesterday saw Wonder Woman 1984 at an IMAX theatre. Was my first time seeing a movie in a theatre since the pandemic began. No matter what system you have at home, nothing will replace. Okay, so Stephen doesn't like this movie, clearly. Your boy Stephen from Collider. He doesn't say anything about the movie. Actually, let's click on it. He talks about the IMAX screen. Does he follow up? Just to be clear, I got to see the film with every. Okay. Stephen, who are you? Who works for Collider? That's kind of an indirect negative review because he doesn't actually say anything about the movie. He goes on about the IMAX. Louise. Okay. No, it doesn't say who he works for. Early reaction 1984 are out. Early viewers praised 1984 for taking it to another level. Great performance as a whole, for delivering one of the best comic book movie sequels yet. Of national. Okay, most of these reviews seem somewhat the same. Jim, I saw Wonder Woman 94 yesterday. It was fun and has a very heartwarming, hopeful message that, frankly, we really need this year. So, Luke Bug. I was invited by Warner Bros. UK to see the early screen of Wonder Woman 94 yesterday, and I'm still smiling, somewhat positive, seems pretty positive. Wonder Woman 94 is the film the world needs right now. Yeah, I think any kind of movie is, because there's not really been any movies released. No matter what size screen you see it on, I'll be sharing non-spoiler reviews, non-spoilers thoughts soon. So that's cool. That's probably the most positive review yet. So Megan, I believe, CRB editor. Honoured to have been amongst the first press. Wow, clout. To see Wonder Woman 84. I enjoyed the first film, but I love Wonder Woman 84 even more. Although I wish we'd gotten the change to see it. Although, wait. Although I wish we'd gotten the change to see. I guess I mean meant to be chance to see it earlier. The movie came out as possible, the perfect timing for hope message. So yeah, pretty positive. But all the reviews are somewhat the same. Mark. Okay, I'm pretty sure Mark works for someone. Okay, yeah, Forbes contributor. Saw Wonder Woman 94 yesterday. It was awesome. I loved it. Then had the honour to speak to Patty Jennings and Gal Gadot. Okay, so you got to interview Gal Gadot afterwards, so you're not going to say anything negative about it, because that would be an awkward kind of conversation. So yeah, you've always got to be a bit suspect when people are interviewing the cast after, when they say it's great. But it's like social media embargo, so they can't actually say what they really think until the movie actually comes out properly. Let's see if there's any more. Some of these are just talking about the reactions rather than people actually saying it. But I presume they're not really allowed to say anything, because out of all these reviews, somewhat at the moment, no one's really said anything about the movie other than it brings hope and it's beautiful and it made me cry. Which is pretty generic comments for most kind of movies, to be honest. Is there any more? No, it seems somewhat that's seems somewhat. I don't think many people had access to watch it this early, if I'm right. So overall, pretty much all the reviews are the same. They don't really say much. Some are really positive. There isn't really any negative one, although Stephen from Collider said he liked the IMAX, didn't say anything about the movie, and it brings hope in somewhat of a world that needs hope. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. Pretty much all the reactions are the same. Hopeful, hope. I mean, if you look right here, you've got Eric here saying hope. Then you've got Amy here who says hopeful. Yeah, and then tears brings tears. Yeah, a lot. It's almost like they're all saying the same thing in a way. But yeah, I presume this will be good, because Gal Gadot is loved and she is somewhat pretty good. And Pedro Pascal is a really good actor. So I am expecting this movie to be pretty cool. So guys, what do you think about these overreactions though? They don't actually tell you anything about the movie, so to speak. But that's the idea of a social reaction, is to give you initial thoughts without giving any spoilers, because you're not allowed to. So like always guys, please like, subscribe and comment. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.